guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a how to stay healthy in this holiday season, because we've got a lot coming up. We've got Thanksgiving, we have Christmas parties, we have Christmas time, we'll have time with our families, lots of exciting things coming up. But if you're like me and you like to stay in a nice balanced way where you're not feeling sluggish and that you're totally going off track during this season, then keep watching because I have 5 tips to keep you on track. Tip number 1 is to stay hydrated and look after your gut health. So a lot of you will know during this period there's a lot of overindulging, and that's fine to have balance because we all want to have a good time, but I would advise you to do this every day anyway, is to drink lemon water. Now I know it sounds really simple, but this is something I've been doing for at least 3 years now, and I've seen such a difference in my gut health, my skin, my hydration, and that's starting every morning off with a pint of room temperature water, or maybe a little bit colder than that, and I usually use a filtered water with fresh half a lemon squeezed into it, and I have that maybe half an hour before I have any food, and that really helps my digestion start working, my metabolism, and then my skin feels a lot better and it's glowing. My gut health feels so much better, and it also helps me feel less sluggish. It gives me that natural energy. And also lemon has vitamin C, so during this time when there's more germs floating around, that's going to help with that too. Tip number 2 is preparation is key. So what I mean by this is, if you're prepared and you have healthy options around you, you're not going to overindulge too much. So the first thing that I want to talk about is balance. So one evening you might go out with your work colleagues or your family and you go to one of your favourite restaurants and you want to have that delicious dessert that, you know, is not good for you, but it's balanced and you should enjoy yourself and you should have that dessert. If you're going to have that, then the next day maybe opt for a more lighter breakfast with really fresh fruits and less sugar and sodium in it, and then for lunch have lots of greens, fresh salad, and less like sauces that have got lots of salt and sugar in it. So you can have that dessert, but then when it's your next meal the next day, then opt for a more healthy option, so you've got that balance. So you've had your favourite dessert that you know you wanted and you've been looking forward to for a week now, but after that, you know, the next day, well, I had that dessert, so the next meal I'm going to have, and the next day I'm going to be good and I'm going to go for more leafy greens, less desserts, and I'll enjoy that dessert even more knowing that I've been really good and stayed on track for the rest of it. This also brings me to preparation with food. So whenever I'm traveling, and I'm going to show you a clip soon of what I take, like I'm traveling to Dubai tomorrow, and I always take healthy snacks and food with me. Now I know there I'm going to be able to get a lot of snacks anyway, and they're going to have healthy food around, but I know I want to take stuff that I'm going to have for the plane and for the first few days when I get there, so I know that I have those healthier options with me, so if I do overindulge maybe somewhere else, I can then go back and I have those healthier options and I'm not stuck and I have to grab the first thing in sight when I get too hungry. The next food preparation is, if you're going to a Thanksgiving party, like a Friendsgiving, or you're hosting Christmas, or you know family members hosting Christmas, but they want you to bring things as well. This is a great opportunity to bring a healthier version of your favourite side dish. So you might want to make roast veggies, and instead of making them like deep fried, you'll bake them with your favourite seasoning and fresh herbs, or you're going to go for, I make this nut roast, which is my meatless version of stuffing, which is full of goodness and there's no added preservatives or salts and sugars. It's just pure ingredients, and that it will be one of my side dishes that I will be bringing to the table for my Friendsgiving. And another one might be making a nice fresh salad. Salads are always a good idea. Putting some sweet potato, maybe make a Buddha bowl where you've got quinoa, sweet potato, some roasted Brussels sprouts, because that's great this time of year, with some cranberries, all those nice Christmas flavours, walnuts. fill that salad with all nice Christmas goodness and bring it. And I'm telling you now, I have done this for years now, and they will thank you for it because they'll have enough food there that's overindulging. So if you're bringing a healthier option to the table that's as delicious, then they're going to be super excited that one of their dishes on the table is something different, and you're going to jazz it up a little bit. And then lastly on this point is, if you know that there's going to be a lot of like salsa and crisps and dips and chips, that kind of thing, bring your own as well. So you're contributing, but you're bringing some maybe seed crackers. So you have your own crackers that you're bringing, maybe you make your own hummus or guacamole or salsa, and it's a great thing to bring. It's another thing for them to try, but you also know that you don't have to have those high in salt Dorito chips, which you can have a few, but at least you've brought your own as well, and you can have more of that one. Or you chop up fresh veggies, like lots of different veg that you can dip in to the sauces and dips that they provide. And I do this so many times when I go to friends' houses, and then I know that yes, I'll have something that I know is a little bit naughty, but then I also have brought a healthier option so I can have more of that one and I don't feel as guilty, and I am keeping that balance. Tip number 3 are ways to help when you're overindulging and when you're drinking more alcohol than you're used to. So one thing that I like to do, we'll start with traveling on an airplane, you feel very dehydrated. So one thing I like to do is carry a lemon on board with me, because if they don't have any sliced lemon, I can tell them, could you slice a few pieces of this up? I know it sounds crazy, but I like to have my lemon water. And then another thing I like to carry with me is, I found this one, but this is a lemon and ginger fennel tea. So I like to have different teas on board with me. So I take this one, I love peppermint, and I take peppermint oil capsules or drops, and I just drop them in my hot tea water. And peppermint after you've eaten on the aeroplane is really going to help your digestion, feeling less bloated, because when you're in the air, for some reason you feel a lot more bloated, you're more dehydrated. So this is really going to help with that. And another tea is fennel, and fennel really aids with bloating. So there's some teas that will really help that. And I like to have those teas after I've eaten. The other thing, when I'm on a road trip or I'm traveling, I like to make my own meals or try and get a meal before I get on the flight, because there isn't really healthy options on the aeroplane, and a lot of their food is packed with salt, sugar, so that they keep for longer. So a lot of the time I will make myself, if I know that it's through the day, I'll make myself maybe a chia pudding, or I'll make myself a healthy wrap, a falafel wrap, or making a big delicious salad that you can make for you and your family. And that's just a really good way of staying on track when traveling. When you're at an event or at your family's house and you're away from all what you know around your house, then having these teas after you've had more of an overindulged meal will really help. So if you have your peppermint or fennel tea after you've eaten one of those more delicious meals that are a bit naughty, that's just going to help things move through a little easier. And then the next day you have your lemon water. Another great thing is to have fresh ginger in your water as well, and just staying hydrated. When it's this season as well, there's a lot of Christmas parties, which mean a lot of alcohol. So in between each alcoholic drink, I'm not a big drinker myself, so I don't really have this problem. But if I do, I try to have some water or one of these teas in between, because I know then it's just flushing it out my system and I'm not getting dehydrated. So it's really important to have a glass of water in between your alcoholic beverage. I know that sounds a bit ridiculous, but it helps me and it's helped friends as well. Another really good supplement I found is having milk thistle. That's really good at cleansing the liver. And another thing that's very natural is celery juice. Having that first thing in the morning when you have had more alcohol than usual, it really flushes the liver. If you are going to go for alcoholic beverage, you know, no alcohol is amazing, but I would say if I had to tell you which alcohol beverage to go for, because I do have questions like this a lot, I tend to stick with either tequila, the clear spirits that have less sugar. So that's like tequila, vodka and gin. They're very harsh though on your stomach because they're high in alcohol, so just be careful. But yes, I like to every now and again enjoy a tequila, and I'll have soda water. And how I enjoy that is putting fresh fruit in there, like fresh lime, lemons, ginger. You can add fresh strawberries, fresh raspberries, or even frozen blueberries in gin is nice. So these are just some options for you to have with a soda water. When I say soda water, I mean sparkling water for you guys in America, not your soda, fizzy, sugary soda drinks. This is sparkling water, so you'd have your sparkling water with the mixer, but lots of fresh squeezed lime, lemon, or dropping in those frozen fruits. It's a very healthy cocktail, but obviously it's alcohol, so it's not that healthy. But for calorie wise and what's going to be a little bit easier on your stomach and feel less bloated, you will have a lot better time than if you have those really sugary cocktails and dark spirits that are very full of sugar. So I hope that helps you. I don't want to encourage alcohol, but you know, if we want to have balance and enjoy it, then this is just giving you some tips that work for me. Tip number 4 is stay active. So just because you're traveling to your family or a hotel or somewhere unknown doesn't mean that you have to say goodbye to the exercise routine. You can make things really fun and introduce new variety of workouts that you can do in your hotel room. If they have a gym at the hotel, you can carry on some of your training there, and you can also get the family involved. So one thing I like to do, and I'm taking to Dubai with me, is take resistance bands with me. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube, on Instagram, where people share workout videos that you can do with resistance bands. These are mine from My Play Fit. I'll leave my discount code here below. You get 10% off. I use this long one, and they also have a shorter one that's a thicker band that I use for strengthening my glutes mostly. I also have an online program where I have workout videos using the resistance bands. So if you are interested in that, then send me a message. And on my Instagram main page, I have lots of at-home workouts and resistance band workouts. There's also lots of apps out there that you can download, like the Nike training app, where there's free workouts that you can do from anywhere. My online program, you can do the workouts in your hotel room. You only need a tiny amount of space and you're good to go. So even if it's 15 minutes every other day, you can get some kind of workout in to move your body. And you're going to feel so much better that you haven't gone 3 weeks of feeling sluggish, overindulging and not moving your body. Because moving your body is going to help you not get so stiff. You're not losing your fitness level and dropping so much that you can't get back to where you want so quickly when it gets to the new year. So you're staying on track. And so when it comes to the new year and you're back home and you're back in the swing of it, that you just jump straight back in and you haven't dropped so far down. And it's easier to keep that weight off and maintain, and you're not thinking and worrying about what's my weight, can I eat that, and all that kind of thing, because you're staying balanced. You may be overindulging, but then you're doing some exercise, moving that body so your digestion's moving, you're having that lemon water that's going to aid that. You're going for a healthier option after indulging, you've got these healthier options. So you're not going to be going on a roller coaster journey of fitness levels go up and then they drop down. You're staying on a nice balanced track. Tip number 5 is very much like tip number 4 about staying active, but it's getting the family involved. Now, where I go for Christmas is my family home in the countryside. And what I love to do is design hikes that we can do together as a family, and we can stop off at a country pub or a restaurant that we like on the way, and it's a good kind of 3-4 hour walk, but it's really nice because you've got the whole family there with you, you're all wrapped up and prepared, and then you have a favorite restaurant or a pub that you can say, okay guys, it will be there in 1 or 2 hours, we can have a nice drink and some nibbles or lunch, and then we're going to walk back, and when we get back home we can have, you know, a nice hot warm drink when we get back home, which will get your family excited because you've come prepared, you've given them a nice route and something you can do together, which is going to create memories. Another thing that I like to do, I'm a fitness trainer, so I create like a little boot camp for us all to do. So the family members who do like to stay active, then I design like a circuit we can do at home that doesn't really need any equipment, just maybe our resistance bands, and it's, you know, 30 minutes and we cheer each other on, we have some good music, maybe the Christmas songs playing, and again, it's getting everyone involved. And even if you're not a fitness trainer, just follow one of my workouts that I have and say, hey guys, I have a really good workout that I really want you guys to do with me. We can team up and we can feel so much better for doing this, but I really want to do it as a family. The thing we do on Boxing Day is we go on a family run. So the runners of my family, we wake up and go on the run and come back and all make a delicious spread of food afterwards. And it's just a way of being together and creating memories, but being active, and it becomes a way of life with your family, and it's fun, but you're helping your body at the same time. So what more do you want? And the last thing is, I'm really excited, and I wanted to make this video before the Christmas countdown because I am doing my Roxyfitmas Advent Calendar countdown again. If you're new to my channel, then you won't know what this is. It's every year on my Instagram. So from the 1st of December till the 24th, I have a different trainer, so a real specialized fitness trainer. There's 24 of us, and each day it's a different trainer giving you a different fitness challenge or exercise to try. So it might be a plank challenge, it might be a running challenge, it might be a yoga pose, it might be an ab booty workout, all good stuff, but I'm not going to give too much away because I know they have some fun things up their sleeve. So every day will be a different challenge, and I want you guys to get involved, and you can get your family involved with it too. So on the first day of December, go onto my Instagram, onto my story, and follow my story from the 1st to the 24th of December, and you'll have a new workout exercise to try and challenge. And it's a way of staying on track and motivated during this tougher time to stay active. And I love that they love doing this for me. And every day I have a real amazing fitness professional giving you wise words and their knowledge and exercise, and I'm just so super excited about it again. So don't forget to, if you're not following me, press follow and check out from the 1st to the 24th of December, and I'm gonna save it on my highlights so that you can, during the Christmas time, you can try all the exercises in one day if you want, or you can tell your family about it and say, I know they're all saved in this file on Roxy's highlight, and we're all going to try a challenge a day. So don't worry, I'll save them if you do miss out, because it is only on for 24 hours. So on my highlight it will say Roxyfitmas, and you can do the countdown even if you miss a day. This might seem a lot, guys, but honestly, if you have food with you that you trust and you know what's in it, and you've also always got healthy things around you, you're not going to be grabbing for like really sugary and high fat foods all the time that you're just going to feel sluggish. I know these foods are really good for me, and it's going to give me the best energy and less likely to feel bloated and sluggish when I'm out there. So this is what I like to do. I hope this gives you some tips. So I'm on my way to Dubai, and it's about a 6-hour flight overnight, so I know that I need something for dinner, like either in the air or at the airport, and it's for me and baby. My husband's pretty like relaxed. I've got stuff for him as well, and then also we'll need something breakfast when we land for the baby and some snacks. So this is what I like to do. Obviously you don't need to do all this, but I just like to know that what we're eating, and until we get to the other end, there's lots of healthy choice when we get to Dubai. So this is gonna like tie us over, but I like to also have my own snacks when I'm out there. It really is so simple. I've got it down to a T now, so it doesn't take much like doing to put these things together. It might look like a lot, but it's really easy now that I'm prepared. So I'm just going to talk you through it. So I like to take chia seeds with me. I like to sprinkle these, I will make chia puddings when I'm out there. I don't know what kind of breakfast will be there, so chia seeds are just a good staple to have. And then I have my trail mix. So in here we've got sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, the other way around, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, goji berries, cacao nibs, there's some almonds on the top there, and coconut flakes. So I'll have this during those 6 hours. Always have a trail mix, and I've also made more to have like in the room until we get somewhere that's got some raw nuts, because I like to have, I've just used a coconut butter that ran out and just made a load of nut mix in. And in here for our breakfast, I've made one for Kyrie as well. This is a chia pudding with cacao powder and some almond butter on the top there, some chia seeds, and then some coconut and some blueberries. So that'll be our breakfast. So he's got one, I've got one. These are really good, these containers. I'll show you. If you go to my baby essentials when traveling, I've got the name on for you because I don't think it's on here. But yeah, go to that video and I'll leave it linked below. But these are amazing, and they've got small ones as well, and they're good for me as well. We've got a stack of veggies here, which is carrots, butternut squash, sweet potatoes that are going to be great for him to like nibble on, and maybe we'll buy some hummus at the airport. So that's really good to have for his dinner. To go with his dinner, I've made some that are in the oven at the moment, I'll show you, but I wanted to show you these Gosh burgers. They're gluten-free, free from egg, dairy and soy, and basically Kyrie has a really bad dairy intolerance, so I know then exactly that we're okay if he has these. And then there's 2 in there, so I can have it as well. I'll just show you the ingredients now, but they're really clean ingredients. So I like to buy this brand when I'm traveling. If I'm not going on the aeroplane, I will stock a load in my car if I'm going to like my parents' house, because they are just really good plant-based burgers. So I've got some in the oven that I'm making myself, but I'll have these, and I've got one in my main case as well. And then I have my energy bliss ball. So I have a mixture here. There's quite a few. I've got a recipe for this one. This is my oat bliss balls. So it's just oat, coconut and dates. And then this one is almonds, oats and dates, and some cinnamon. I think I put pumpkin spice as well because it's that time of year. And there's one left of this cacao one that's really delicious. That's just cacao powder, dates and almond butter. That's all that's in it. So we've got a load of those to get us through for the next few days. So I know like he's covered for snacks for literally the whole trip when we're out there. And it's just good to have in our room if we're like, oh my goodness, what do we give him? And you know, if he's dairy free, sometimes it's not the easiest. So I like to be prepared. And then basically I've got my vitamins that instead of taking like a full thing like this, I just count out the days and put it in a container like this. I have actually been to a holistic specialist who has gone through my whole history and is helping me with my hormones at the moment, so I know exactly what vitamins. I'm not going to tell you which ones because I don't want you to just buy these because you think it works for me, because I think with vitamins you have to really go to a specialist and know what you're putting into your body. So I just count them out and put them in my bag. I've got some peppermint oil that I like to put in hot water when I'm on the plane. Just it's really good for bloating. And then I've got some of this detox tea, lemon and ginger with also fennel, really good also for bloating and just keeping me hydrated, and I'll ask for a slice of lemon when I'm in the air. I've got some 3 ginger tea, and then lastly for when I just want something a little bit sweet, especially in the room, it's nice if we're having a night in, is one of these for somatic. They have loads of different flavours. And this is just a dark ginger, and it's really delicious. You just need hot water. So that's a really good brand if you want something sweet in the room. And it might be nice in the aeroplane just to make me feel a little bit like sleepy and ready for bed. So yeah, that's that. And then I also have my vitamin B12 drops. So that is everything. I hope that's been helpful. I'll just show you now my burgers that are cooking. I've cooked 6, so that should carry him over for a couple of days. These are bean burgers that I've made that we're going to have this evening at the airport before we get on the flight. And then we've got a cooler bag where I'll put the other ones, and he can have it for the day that we arrive, because you know we can't go into the room because we get there in the morning, so at least I know that he's got food covered and we don't have to be like scattering around to find food. So they're my bean burgers. I'm going to have the recipe on the blog soon. So that's the video on my tips for staying healthy in this holiday season. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have loved creating these ideas for you. I know it helps me and my clients. I'm really passionate about people not losing track and staying balanced over this time of year, because I have a lot of clients that come back in January and they're like, help, I've gained this much weight. I feel so sluggish and low because I just haven't done anything to help myself. So I feel very passionate to help you guys also have a really fabulous time and enjoy yourself and indulge, but you are having some good tips here that are going to help you stay on track. So let me know if you try any of these tips, if you try any of the snacks that I show you, and also if you try my workout with your family, please tag me. I would love to see those videos. It makes me so excited, and this is why I do, and I love what I do when I hear you guys trying my workouts and recipes. So that's all for me today. But yeah, bye from me for now, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.